Hello Earth Science class, how's everyone's doing? Mr. Almonte here. Just decided to take some time to stop for my run. Every time I notice some sort of erosion or weathering aspect that kind of relates to our Earth Science class. So right here I'm stopping at a bend in a meandering stream. So I'm going to flip the camera around so we can kind of observe what's going on here. Okay, so I'm walking up on this side and there goes the bend. And as you notice, there's two sides to the elbow, as we call it. Can you guess what side we're currently on? Am I on the inside of the elbow or on the outside of the elbow? And what evidence do you notice? Well, as you can see here, there's a lot of deposition, a lot of rocks being dropped off. Some of these rocks have been traveling in the river for a while because they have round edges. And over time, as they bump into other rocks and sediments, you could tell how long they've been traveling in the river. So I'm definitely on the deposition side, the inside of the elbow. And as we look to the other side of the river, we can see that that's the cut bank. That's more the cliff side. That's the erosional side, the outside of the elbow. So on that side, as time goes on, right now the river's not flowing too much, but when it rains, it flows more. So this side gets cut down, gets eroded away. As you can see, the roots are coming or sticking out because whatever soil was there has been eroded away over time. And this side, the side that I'm on, gets sediments added to it over time. So as you can see here, the river's flowing. I am on the inside, walking up the inside of the elbow, the deposition side, also called the point bar. See, I can walk right up to it. And the other side is the erosion side, called the cut bank. So there goes an example of a meandering stream. Oh, look at all these rocks deposited over here. That must mean the stream slowed down. Thanks, guys. I'll check back in when I find another scene that relates to our Earth Science class. Hello, class. So here I found an example of physical weathering. So if you guys remember, it was called frost wedging. And if you look at this, so this was all one piece of rock at one point. And over time, I mean, actually, it could be a combination of both. It might be some root action, because as you can see, this rock is stuck in the root of a tree. But also, I'm sure frost wedging had some play here. So over time, as it rains, water gets stuck in between the pieces of rock. At night, if it gets below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, that water turns to ice, and ice expands. And, you know, over the many thousands of years, this rock will break down to even smaller and smaller pieces. It might end up being the size of these smaller pieces that are down here. So there's just another example of weathering and erosion at play in nature. So here we have a large boulder. Large boulders dropped off in random places, as these one. There's another one down here. Well, I guess you can't see that one. This is under some leaves. However, large boulders represent glacial movement. So a glacier most likely dropped this off here after the last ice age ended around 50,000 years ago. Here's an example of chemical weathering. I know this isn't a natural rock. However, this plaque was not orange when it was created 34 years ago. How do I know? Because I was also born in 1985. However, over time, as you can see, iron oxide develops and it changes the chemical formation of the substance. So this is an example of chemical weathering.